That right there, that was the catch list to this video. See, at the time I thought it was funny. Anyway, before that video, I knew about Evangelion. I just didn't want to watch it because it looked boring. See, I was told it was a mecha, and I don't really like mechas. Well, until I saw Code Geass. So basically, I went into the show knowing there's a guy named Shinji. He's the main character. Blue hair girl and serious guy. And something about the hospital. Anyway, episode 1, the boy Shinji is in town and planning to meet with Misato. But then an angel shows up for the first time in 15 years. The angel is going crazy, destroying aircrafts and stuff. Misato finally arrives to get Shinji. Then the UN drops a whole nuke on the angel. But it doesn't work. So anyway, Shinji Ikari is about 14 years old. He has daddy issues. And Misato is the captain of the Evangelion team or force. She also has daddy issues and also likes drinking a lot. Anyway, the UN troops leave after nothing they do works, and basically now the angel is in the hands of Shinji's dad, the man who is tasked with saving humanity. So, baseline, Shinji was called to pilot an Evangelion, which is like a giant mecha thingy. Like, bro thought he was here on a vacation. Hell no, bro, you risking your life. First day, no training. Naturally, Shinji doesn't want to do this because he's scared. And I mean, if I saw something literally eat a nuke, I'd be scared too. Then his dad's like,
"Hey bro, we don't have time, bro. It's either you do it or..."
So he freezes. I mean, not like the fate of humanity has been handed to you suddenly. So they send in blue hair girl who is literally bedridden. And after seeing her, Shinji folds. Oh, and the angel outside kind of shook up the pace, and the Evangelion protected Shinji without anyone controlling it. So anyway, Shinji is in the Eva, which I'm only realizing now is short for Evangelion. So anyway, it's time for Shinji to fight the angel. So I forgot that old shows have spoiler-filled previews at the end of each episode. I got spoiled. Anyway, with no training, no experience, Shinji is kind of buns and gets destroyed. Everything that's happening to the Eva, Shinji can feel it. So probably because of the pain, Shinji blacks out and wakes up in a hospital. And the preview already told me what happened. The Evangelion went berserk and defeated the angel itself. Shinji wakes up and he doesn't remember it quite well until he does. The experience? Traumatizing to Shinji, especially after seeing this. Episode 3, the boy Shinji is back in the Eva, and he is out of it, still shook from the first time. And because he feels like he has no choice but to pilot the Eva, he just keeps coming back to it. Either he continues piloting the Eva, or the world is doomed. And not gonna lie, that's a lot of pressure to put on a 14-year-old with no experience in battle or nothing. So Shinji goes to school and everybody in class finds out that he's a pilot, and that's kind of a big deal, so that boy has a little bit of clout now. And then there's also Ida and Toji. Toji's sister got hurt by the battle between Shinji's Eva and the angel, and Toji's kinda mad. So a new angel has appeared. Shinji and blue hair girl get called in, but blue hair girl is not fit to pilot yet, so Shinji gets sent in alone. Shinji hasn't yet recovered from, you know, the first experience, so he's still kind of shook. Oh, and Toji and Ada snuck into the battlefield, so they're in trouble now. Shinji's ordered to take them into the cockpit and run away, but Shinji's like, nah, I'ma do my own thing, and stabs the angel in the hardcore thingy while screaming his fear out, defeating the angel. So Shinji runs away, and understandably, because this is equivalent to getting drafted for World War III by yourself. So he rides the train, watches a movie, and takes a walk. A long walk. And something about this felt real. So he comes back and Captain Misato has some words for him. Out on the fields, Shinji runs into Ada, and they camp outside. Ada, just like Shinji, does not have a mom, so Shinji can relate to it, opening up to him and finding a little bit of comfort in their friendship. Next morning, Nerve Security and Intelligence come get Shinji. Back at the base, Shinji talks with Captain Misato and she says,
"If you don't want to pilot an Eva..."
And Shinji for real, just leave. Soji apologizes for punching him. Then him and Ada see Shinji off at the train station. Shinji's train arrives and he doesn't get on. Okay, so episode 5. Blue-hair girl's Ava goes berserk and Shinji's dad burns his hand trying to save blue-hair girl, who we now know is named Rei. And since Shinji has not seen the same energy being given to him, he tries to find out more about this Rei girl. Conveniently, Shinji gets sent to her room to give her some stuff and meddles with some stuff. Rei is awkward with emotions and life, so she comes out bug booty naked. Shinji then falls on her. What's going on here? Like, you gotta think, ultimately, was that scene really necessary? Anyway, Shinji and Rei are on a long ass elevator and Shinji starts talking head about his father, so Rei smacks him. So anyway, there's a new angel in town and it starts digging to reach the base on the ground. Shinji gets deployed and immediately gets done in like Ichigo. Or did Ichigo get done in like Shinji? So Shinji gets sent to the hospital and he wakes up later on and Rei's like,
come on, we gotta go.
Nah, bro, I've had enough, bro. I'm tired of suffering.
I bet. Stay in a bed, little pig. I'll pilot your Ava. Scary
So
ass.
immediately after hearing that, Shinji locks in and gets back into his Ava. And using all of Japan's electricity, blasts at the angel but misses. And unfortunately, Shinji does not have sleight of hands. So while he's struggling to reload, the angel blasts at Shinji, but Rei luckily blocks the laser enough for Shinji to reload and ultimately destroy the angel. Then does what his father did, but with gloves this time. So anyway, there's a demonstration going on by the Japan Heavy and Chemical Industry Consortium. Ritsugo Ikagi, who's representing NERV, and the host have a whole debate. And not gonna lie, Ritsugo was getting cooked. Basically, the argument was Avas with pilots or Avas without pilots. And in this debate, NERV and Ritsugo get cooked so bad that they sabotage their product. Like, this is some snake ass activity right here. Don't want others to succeed. It's crazy. They sabotage the robot and literally put thousands of civilians in danger. Like, this had me wondering if NERV lost a plot. Like, are we fighting the angels for clout or for humanity? Like, what did they think was going to happen? The robot goes out of control, kills a bunch of people, the company goes bankrupt, then what? Those people are still dead. But luckily Misato and Shinji stops it before it does any real damage. And this girl has the audacity to say,
What a fool.
it's literally been only like 7 episodes. I really don't like this girl. Like, did you want people to die? So Shinji and the gang meet up with some girl named Oscar Langley. She pilots an Ava and she's from Deutschland, Germany. Oh, and we also meet Kashi, who's Misato's ex. So anyway, an angel appears. Oscar and Shinji destroy the angel, placing armed submarines in its mouth and going crazy, blowing it up. Then Oscar joins Shinji and them in Japan. An angel attacks again, and Asuka and Shinji try to fight it together, but they have zero chemistry. So Asuka slashes the angel in half, but it just multiplies. Then Shinji and Asuka get mopped. So the angel is kind of taking its time, you know, just chilling, I guess, for 6 days. This gives Shinji and Asuka time to work on their chemistry, so that they can defeat the angel together simultaneously. So their training consists of wearing the same clothes, brushing their teeth in sync, eating in sync, about almost everything in sync. Then some freaky ass stuff happens at night. Shinji almost kisses Asuka until he sees her crying for some reason. Meanwhile, Kashi and Misato are getting it on in the elevator. Enough of that freaky shit. It's time to fight the angel. Looks like their training has paid off because they are in sync, literally doing backflips together, destroying the angel with a kick to the cores. The school trip is on, but Shinji and the other pilots aren't going because they need to be locked, you know, in case an angel attacks again. So NERV pinpoint an angel inside a volcano, but the angel hasn't hatched yet. So NERV send Asuka and her Ava to capture it. But halfway into the episode, and Asuka starts talking about some.
That was easy. Fear is often worse than the danger itself. This was a piece of cake.
The egg hatches and a new angel threat. New mission, destroy it. And since it's a volcano angel, Asuka uses her cooling to fill up the angel, defeating it. In the process, the angel cuts her alive. But here comes Shinji to the rescue.
Shinji.
Shinji tries to talk to his dad about school stuff, and as he's getting rejected by his father, the power goes off. A new angel has arrived, but the blackout was not caused by the angel. Apparently, it was caused by a spy. Okay, now hear me out. I know Kashi was in the elevator while the power went off, but I don't know, I feel like he did something prior. Like, just look how suspicious he looks. Like, who even is he? He just looks like a spy. If I'm wrong, I'll write a written apology to all the 6 Kashi fans out there. So the pilots eventually make it to their Avas and work together to defeat the angel. So 15 years ago, in the year 2000, the second impact happened. Misato was saved by her father. Now she got beef with all the angels. Oh, and she's also been promoted to Major. So as usual, a new angel appears again, but this time from space, coming to Earth at high speed. So Major Misato comes up with a plan that has 0.00001% chance of working. And you know, when an anime starts talking about some percentage below 0, it automatically becomes 100%. So Shinji and the gang stop the angel from crashing, breaking the angel's barrier, or AT field as they call it, and destroying the angel's core. Another angel bites the dust, and Shinji gets congratulated by his dad, and it makes him realize, I don't want to pilot the Avas to save people. I want to pilot the Avas so that my dad can glaze me.
Actually, Shinji actually cares about people. You're wrong.
On to episode 13, which focuses on Dr. Ritsugo, who has mommy issues. Like, does everybody have shaky relationships with their parents in this show? Anyway, an angel has hacked into Nerve's electronics. They find out the angel is weak to oxygen, so they give it oxygen. But the angel deadass spins the wheel and adapts to that. This angel is not physical. It is a computer. What does the angel want? Hack into Nerve's Magi and the plan to defeat it? Let it merge with the Magi and destroy the Magi. But then Ritsugo is like, nah, I'll do it myself. Using her mother's Casper system to decimate the angel. Ray has a whole monologue about life and reality, and I bet there's already a video on YouTube. Ray, episode 14, monologue explained a video. So anyway, the teams are doing tests where they switch Avas, but Asuka doesn't switch. So meanwhile, Shinji's on Ray's Ava. The Ava goes berserk and tries to punch through the reinforced glass, but then it's switched off before anything that bad could happen. And Ritsugo says she's certain that the Ava was attacking her. I don't know why. Maybe we'll find out later. As I predicted, that dude Kashi is a spy who has been investigating Nerve and their shady business. Anyway, Shinji and his dad go visit his mother's grave, and this time, instead of absolutely dismissing Shinji, they have somewhat of a conversation. Some time passes and Misato trauma dumps on Kashi, and then they make out. Meanwhile, Shinji and Asuka kiss each other at home for fun, I guess. Like, what? Anyway, Misato finds out about Adam, who's like the first angel or something. We also find out that the angels have been attacking so that they can get to Adam. Basically, if an angel comes in contact with Adam, the third impact will happen, which is a very, very terrible event where the show hasn't told me yet. Let me just search it on. It's like a supernatural explosion is what I got from it. A new angel has appeared and traps Shinji in its domain expansion. So Shinji uses main character mental strength and has a whole conversation with himself and points out how he likes to run away from his problems instead of handling them head on. Shinji's Ava goes berserk again and tears through the domain expansion, killing the angel. So Ava Unit 4 is coming in from the US after an explosion incident, and the pilot is chosen. Who is it? Toji. And somehow every pilot finds out that it's Toji except for Shinji himself. And for another weird reason, nobody wants to tell him. Like, Misato, what the? So Toji gets into the Ava, but the synchronization fails. And Toji's Ava is now an angel. Toji is still in, but with no control. So the Avas are sent to intercept and destroy the target. And our teammates, bruh, they knew Toji was in there and they did not even try to tell Shinji Except for Asuka, who got done in before she could tell him. Rei tries to shoot Toji's Eva, but he universal pulls himself behind her. Doesn't kill her. Actually, doesn't kill anyone. Shinji is the only one left. The last line of defense. And even though he doesn't know it's Toji, he knows that there is still some kid in there. So he doesn't attack. But then his dad puts Shinji's Eva on a dummy plug, which is like a forced autopilot. So Shinji loses control of his Eva, and the Eva starts ripping Toji's Evangelion apart. And this was hard to watch. And look at this smiling. Ooh, this shit pissed me off. Especially this part where the Eva was about to crush the pilot pod where Toji was at. Oh my goodness. Let me in this show, bruh. Just give me 20 seconds in this show. And Toji's girl at her house talking about some, ooh, I can't wait till Toji come back and eat my food, bruh. Who's going to tell her? And Misato tells Shinji who the pilot is while Shinji is looking at Toji's heavily injured body. Luckily Toji survived, but Misato, bruh. So reasonably, Shinji is mad, and Shinji Ugrajai Nambopom threatens to destroy the base, but his control is kicked again by the dummy plan. And in some weird connected dream, Shinji and Rei have a conversation while Toji watches, and this Rei manifestation has the audacity to ask, did you try to understand your father's feelings? Rei, that nigga is a bot.
Actually, if he had let the angel get past Shinji and go to the base, he would have touched Adam and
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the f.
What pissed me off was not the destroying of the angel. What pissed me off was the attempt on Toji's life. Literally, the angel was already done. But to go for the pilot pod and this dude smiling on the sidelines? Oh, heck no, bruh. Smiling while forcing your son to watch as his friend gets killed by his machine is diabolical. So Shinji quits again, but another angel appears. They try to use the dummy plug to control Shinji's Eva, but the Eva rejects both the dummy plug and Rei, and Asuka gets done in again. 2 back-to-back losses is crazy. So Shinji sees Asuka's decapitated Eva's head, and Kashi is also there. Basically tells Shinji, if that angel touches Adam inside the base, everything goes bye-bye. So Shinji locks in and returns to pilot Eva. Wrestles with the angel, but power the angel then takes this opportunity to destroy Shinji's Eva's core, which is where Shinji himself is located. So after some main characters screaming and crying, the Eva goes berserk, but again. This time really goes berserk, turning into a full-on angel by destroying its armor, which act as restraints. Here we learned that the Evas are basically angels. Anyway, Shinji's Eva literally cannibalizes on the angel, and then so Shinji's Eva is returned to the base, but big problem, Shinji has merged with the Eva or angel. Asuka is not taking the 2 back-to-back L's very good and is now jealous of Shinji. She basically says that she hates Shinji and Misato now. Anyway, from here on out until the end of the series, kinda 8 minutes into episode 20, Shinji has a whole psychological battle with himself, questioning and contemplating his reasons for piloting the Eva. Then he has a wet dream. Anyway, Shinji gets excreted by the Eva, and yeah, he's back now. Some more freaky business between Kashi and Misato. His last time to get some action before he gets popped. Episode 21, flashback time. Shinji's mom? I don't know what's her deal. She loves Shinji's dad, I guess. Ritsugo Ikagi's mom loves Shinji's dad also. Shinji's mom dies while Shinji, the toddler, watches on. After Shinji's mom dies, Ritsugo's mom kisses Shinji's dad. Young Rei calls Ritsugo Ikagi's mom an old hag and she strangles Rei. Then she dies. In the present, Kashi gets done in for being too nosy. He gets his final message to Misato. She cries. Flashback time again. Asuka's mom is not mentally there, so she tries to end it with Asuka. So because of this traumatizing event and backed up by the fact that she's been catching L's on L's, she can't even sync nicely with her A. Like, we're reaching the end of this show and everything is falling apart. A new angel has appeared and Asuka is deployed to deal with it. The angel is in space and shoots a ray of light which psychologically contaminates Asuka's mind, basically looking into Asuka's heart and making her remember and feel the stuff that she wanted to forget. So the angel is trying to understand humans. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty chilled angel, man. Trying to understand humans, that's pretty. Then we dive into Asuka's trauma. Her mom wanted to do the jump with Asuka, and to deal with this, Asuka acts like an adult. Oh boy, I'm going to get a lot wrong about this. Feel free to correct me in the comments or add on. So basically, she acts like an adult because her mom didn't give her attention as a child. Probably because her mom was giving all her attention to that doll that looked like Asuka. She probably fooled herself into thinking it was actually her. And instead of caring for Asuka, she cared for this doll, leaving Asuka to be alone and neglected. Probably the only attention she got was, you know, the request. She wants to be an adult because I'm guessing she thinks adults can live on their own and be happy, or something like that. And maybe to compensate for her mom's neglect, she looks for validation and praise and attention from Kashi, Shinji, and Nerve. And because Kashi died without her knowledge, she probably thinks he abandoned her. The attention she wanted from Kashi was all directed to Misato, and the praise, the validation, and even more attention went to Shinji, ultimately breaking her. Similar to Misato, who was lacking the attention from her father, now probably compensating for it by Kashi, who to her had features resembling her father. Which, if you kinda think about it, bro, what the hell, bro? But serious thing is, this is real. Many fatherless girls out there looking for their fathers in their boyfriends, fiancés, and spouses. It is real. A new angel has appeared and tries to merge with Rei and her Ava. While the angel is trying to merge with Rei, they have an inner monologue where we find out that Rei is lonely. Then she absorbs the angel and self-destructs her Ava, destroying the angel. But she survives. After a while, Shinji is on his own, being sad and stuff. So Misato comes in to comfort him. Like, what? And I would have probably let this slide if she didn't go on talking about some.
Anyone would do. I'm the one who's lonely.
Like, what? What do you mean anyone would do? Let me get a taste there. But in all seriousness, we grooming now? Another Misato L, bruh. Feel free to defend her in the comments, simp. Oh, and Ritsuko, just like her mom, has feelings for Shinji's dad. So after finding out that Shinji's dad does not like her like that, she destroys a bunch of Rei clones. Okay. So basically, Rei was manufactured. A bunch of her was created, and the Rei that we know was the only one with the soul. So Asuka finds out that Kashi is gone, so she just withers away in the sink. And also the fifth child appears, who is the fifth pilot. His name is Kaoru, and is basically supposed to replace Asuka. He gets close to Shinji, then we find out that he's working for CLA. Yeah, this is already a long ass video. Basically, Nerve works under CLA, but not really, because they both have their own agendas. Basically, Kaoru is an angel. The last angel. His mission is to contact Adam and cause the third impact. Why would they want to cause the third impact after literally trying to stop that for the past 24 episode? I don't know. But then after, you know, coming face to face with Adam, Kaoru just doesn't do it and lets Shinji end him. I have to be honest, I did not feel a thing. It just felt weird that Shinji would kill in cold blood like that. But then again, what else was he supposed to do? In the end, Kaoru went as quick as he came. Shinji is tormented by what he had done, contemplating if what he did was right. Was it right to kill Kaoru? And Shinji's dad's plan? For all hearts to become one and obtain eternal peace. Whatever that's supposed to mean. All hearts are apparently combined into one to make up for the darkness within them. So basically, if you're lonely and this plan happens, you won't feel lonely anymore. That's as simple as it goes. Basically, the three pilots feel like they have nothing else besides the Avas. So if the Avas were to go, they'd be no one, they feel. And that's their fear. Or just Shinji? I don't know. In conclusion, Shinji finally comes to terms with his existence, and he concludes that it's okay for him to be in this world. It's okay for him to live. Congratulations. The end of Evangelion. Since all the angels have been defeated, Seele has decided to use the Ava Unit 1 to trigger the third impact instead. But Nerve and Shinji's dad are like, nah, I want to do my own thing. Then Seele's like, alright, launching a full-scale attack on Nerve. They try to hack the Nerve system, but Ritsugo wins on that front, so Seele send in soldiers. And this is very bad because Nerve employees can't fight for shit. And man, it's a bloodbath. Shinji's feeling guilty because, you know, and now he doesn't want to go on living. Like, come on, man. We just went through this. Remember episode 26? When we came to the conclusion that you deserve to live? Now we are back to square one. So as Shinji's about to get domed, Misato comes to the rescue and tells Shinji he needs to lock in or else everybody dies. But Shinji stays sad. And more lore. The second impact was apparently engineered by humans. Mankind came from a being called Lilith, who also brag about Adam. So humans are basically angels. Back to it, Asuka was put in an Ava, so she's still alive and well, but still dealing with issues. Until she comes to the conclusion that the AT field was her mom protecting her, so she locks in and goes crazy on the Seele send in their own Avas to fight Asuka. 1v9. And Asuka goes crazy. Meanwhile, Shinji is still in his feelings. See, I told y'all guys, Shinji only became a pilot to get glazed. He cares about people so that they can glaze him and comfort him so that he cannot feel lonely. Misato tells him he needs to lock in and pilot the Ava and gives him a kiss.
And Riku, that kiss was so that Shinji could lock in.
So she sends Shinji up to the Ava, but Misato was short priced, so she drops. And then meanwhile, Asuka 1v9 still going crazy. And in another place, Ritsugo tries to solve her mom and her issues by blowing herself up with Shinji's dad. But that doesn't work, so she gets shot. Meanwhile, Asuka is still going crazy. And Shinji, he is not locked in. That kiss did not work. That is the last person I trust with my life. 15 seconds left. Cut the red wire. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling sad today, so I'm just not gonna do it. So Asuka loses power and the 9 angels regenerate and starts tearing her Ava to pieces. And Shinji's like, well, nothing I can do about it. Like the Ava itself had to activate by itself so that Shinji can get in. Like, man. Anyway, Rei is apparently Lilith, or at least Shinji's dad implies it. So Shinji's dad is like, give me what I want. But then Rei's like, nah, I care more about Shinji now. Ditches Shinji's dad, merges with Adam, and goes to the surface where Shinji is. Shinji tweaks out after seeing Ava torn to pieces. Like, what did you think was going to happen? You literally let this happen. He then starts tweaking out more after seeing Lilith. He does not lock in, and the third impact happens. Seele's wish came true. And so did Shinji's dad. Everyone turns into orange juice or something like that. And I'm guessing this happened because Shinji wanted it to happen. Bro was so lonely he made his dad wish come true. Everyone becomes one. So Shinji has what he wants. He's not lonely anymore. But there's a problem. The experience is kind of fake. So Shinji's like, not gonna lie, bro. It was better on Earth because at least I knew it was real. So he returns to the real world, but there's only one person left, or one person that we know of, Asuka. And clearly Shinji is not happy with this, so he tries to cut her oxygen off, but stops after Asuka caresses his face. Wait, did Asuka also get turned into orange juice? If so, does that mean that she was the only other person that wanted to come back? Or one who could imagine themselves within their own heart? Or did her Ava protect her from orange juicification? If so, then where's her Ava? And did she walk out of it so that she can lie on the beach? I don't know. Anyway, that's where the movie ends. With the last words spoken by Asuka. How disgusting. Which, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like, was she replying to him gooning at the hospital? Anyway, I heard there's a movie with an alternate happy ending or something. But who's to say what's the real happy ending? I mean, all those people still in that fake realm or world are probably happy, no? Besides some of the weird stuff, I love this show. Besides some of the weird stuff. If you're still here, please do subscribe and like. See ya.